Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Better League Network. I am one of your standard hosts, CMass, here, commentating the first divisional round of Season 5, New Orleans Saints versus the Minnesota Vikings. Just going to be me today, just kind of talking with you guys during the game, and we're already buffering, so that's a fantastic start, and there we go. Saints are going to take over the ball first, and, Connor was in the NFC Championship game last year, won that game, made himself to his first Super Bowl appearance of this cycle. Came up a little short, but this is going to be his second playoff game. Was able to go ahead and defeat, I don't even remember who he played last week. Anyways, he might have been the 1 seed. No, I don't know. Anyways, able to get Patrick Mahomes in the middle of the season has just made all the difference for him because honestly, he's a run-first user, but Mahomes, that gunslinger, makes him just a little bit better passing. It is going to be handed to Castle here. He's going to get stuffed for a 1-yard loss, second 11, and Connor really needs to get Castle going because that's his offense right there is Castle, and then working off the play action and using that gunslinger with Mahomes, and Mahomes able to go ahead and make some plays. And this Minnesota defense has got to be able to slow down Castle first. That's got to be their first concern for a Minnesota defense that's got some pass rushers with Danielle Hunter, other superstar, and as far as the secondary, they got some acrobats out there. It is the throw to Castle short. You notice a lot of times these guys with their playoff games, they start off the game pretty early looking underneath, looking for those flats and just taking those flats right away, just kind of being fairly conservative. We got a skull in the chat from Nico, so I appreciate you being here, Nico, and a shout out to Dan for gifting a sub to start it off, or I'm sorry, subscribing. That's 18 straight months. So first third down, Mahomes drops back, only 3-minute rush. He's really got all day and throws a low ball, which is going to come up short on the first down, 4th and 2, and not even a hesitation, going to go for it. And this is a huge part of the game. I mean, he wants the advantage of the fact. Well, it's not really advantage, but he doesn't want to waste the fact that he got the ball first and isn't going to get the ball first at halftime. So he wants to be able to go ahead and get this in this drive. And I would not be shocked if we saw Castle running up the middle here on audible, although he completely flips the play and the defense doesn't flip with it. So now he has a big advantage to the right-hand side. And, Vikings trying to make an addition, but not able to get it. X is wide open, and he just straight up misses him. But that is a great play as well. X was open for the touchdown, but a fantastic job reading that on the Tampa 2 there to hit that space in between the corner and the safety. So good job there by New Orleans, being aggressive early, going on 4th and 2 here. So now taking over 1st and 10. They're stacking the box, waiting for Castle. Castle gets the ball, and great read there by the running back to hit that lane there between the center and the right guard. Able to get picked up very nicely because that linebacker was coming in that left gap. I don't know what gap. I'm not a football jargon guy, so I'm not sure what the gap between the left guard and center is. That's where the linebacker went. Interesting play call here. He's going to be looking probably for Castle underneath or the tight end. He's going to be looking. That tight end got bumped, and wow, really got bailed out there. That is illegal contact, but Madden doesn't call that regardless of where it is. So able to get a little bit of a bailout there. It would have been the right read if he'd been a little bit more patient, but the blitz kind of forced him into it. A little bit of bailout early for the Saints. Not a problem though. Pistol, he's going to hand it off to Castle to try to settle down a little bit. Kendrick's bumped by his own man. Castle got some pretty decent speed. Just every time I watch Castle, just reminds me so much of his running back from last year. I can't remember his name. God, what was his name? Carried him to a Super Bowl, and he didn't have joystick, but man, it sure seemed like he did. Mahomes going to go ahead and hand it off to Castle again, who tries to get to the outside, and Vikings tried to do a panic tackle, not able to bring him down at first. Bruce Quad, he's getting back in the game. 3rd and 4 here. And now the second third down of this drive. First third down, he was not able to convert. Was able to get to a 4th and 2 and was able to convert with a big pass play downfield to Robbie Anderson. Let's see if he's able to get a little bit more luck here. We're seeing 6 down linemen right now. Really, it's 4 with 2 outside linebackers on the outside. So you really don't know who's coming, if it's only 4, if it's only 3, if it's all 6. So a little bit of an interesting choice here, so we'll see if he comes out. He does keep Castle in, so he wants to look at Fuller underneath. Tart's going to cover him up, though. Oh, he had him covered. He's going to throw it upfield, and that could be, oh my goodness. Again, a tough read by Connor there. It looked like that corner or safety or whatever 41 is, I think that's just a big safety, had it underneath playing the flats, and he was able to float it over him. That's a tough read. I thought that was going to be picked off, but again, a little bit of a bailout maybe. Here comes the play action on first down, a little bit of a buffer. He's got his tight end open. Nope, Tart able to cover that one up. I just go ahead and keep running, see what happens. And then able to go ahead and get maybe a yard. He might have had a little bit more luck if he stopped running, but he doesn't have escape artist, so it really doesn't matter. So yeah, I mean, you get that initial burst, and if you stop running, you won't get it again. So I understand his thought process to keep running and just kind of play conservative on that. It is a handoff to Castle, should get in, walking in for the touchdown. Solid drive. I haven't used the instant replay yet, but here we are, the Better League Network instant replay, able to watch the playback. It sure is taking its grand old time, isn't it? There it goes. All right, so you see Mahomes come out under center. He is going to hand it off to Castle. It is just a dive. And pretty decent blocking there by New Orleans, able to go ahead and get it in for the first touchdown of the game, which, man, that was tough. That was tough for New Orleans. Because honestly, he got definitely a bailout once where it went right over Kendrick's head. The second one, maybe not. If he maybe the user clicked on sooner, it would have been a pick, but either way, it doesn't matter because it's 7 points for this New Orleans team. You like my dog in the back? All right, Minnesota takes over the first time, and Minnesota, man, they are a chuck it downfield kind of team. Hand it off to Dalvin Cook, and don't cut Dalvin Cook short because he is an absolute stud. And when Dan gets the run game going, if he is able to run efficiently, he is definitely one of the toughest users to stop. So you got to think New Orleans' first thing is just to make sure that Dalvin Cook doesn't have success early. Because Dan, I guess maybe one of his a few flaws, in my opinion, is that he does get away from the run fairly quickly if it's not efficient. But he's got so much speed on the outside. It is a handoff to Dalvin Cook again. Uses that jukebox, gets laid the fuck out by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, former Gator great. 2nd and 6 here. So much speed on this Minnesota offense. They got 2 drafted guys. Both of them, I think, are like 95 plus speed. And then they've also got Richard Jefferson, which he really doesn't use a whole lot. He does have Chisena, which I think also is like 93, 94 speed. And Irv Smith, the tight end, is no slouch. And then that was the quickest juke I've ever seen in my life. It didn't even show any animation, but able to go ahead and get that first down. He's going to hurry up here. You know, that means Kellerman's going to shotgun formation. He's got double go to the right-hand side. He's got number 5 in the slide. He's got 18 outside. He's going to drop back. It is a 4-man rush. He's going to step up, use that gunslinger up to Burns. He's going to go. Do we have a CFM fumble? I don't even know if that should have been considered a catch. But Montgomery's going to go ahead and take this one back. And I don't know if we're going to get an overturn or a review. I didn't even think it would have been a catch, honestly. And here comes the review. They are going to say overturn, down, catch. Okay, so I thought it shouldn't have been a catch, period. But either way, not a turnover. Because, I mean, I don't even think he was able to make a football move or catch or anything or like run the ball. But Madden doesn't, I don't think it has the capabilities of knowing that's not a catch. So it is going to be a handoff to Dalvin Cook, who cuts back inside, and great job by New Orleans to shut that down after he was able to go ahead and run at will earlier in the on this drive. Not enough viewers in here. What's going on with that, man? Staying up late for me to calm this game, and only 3 viewers right now is a little disappointing for this great matchup. Kellerman drops back. Again, 4-man rush. He wants the corner, and he's going to risk it. Lattimore's got that easily. I didn't like that at all. And Lattimore, I don't think he's going to be able to get a pick 6 because his guys won't get out of his goddamn way. It is going to be brought down. We're going to watch it on the instant replay there. That was an interesting choice there. He really kind of forced it. And here it is now. So you see him. He wants that corner there. I didn't see anybody open except for the man underneath, and he just didn't take his check downs. And you know Dan always likes to say, take your check down, boys. And so when Dan's not taking his check down, it can get tough. Castle able to go ahead and get a couple yards there. And it's so tough because when you play a guy like Connor, while he did get bailed out a couple times in the first drive, he's not usually one to turn the ball over very often when he's locked in. And so we'll see how locked in he is. He might have been a little not so locked in that first drive, but he's able to get points. Now going against Omaha, which is tough. Castle going to go ahead and get brought down there. That's going to be the last play of the first quarter, more than likely. Omaha lit up. You know, for somebody that had Omaha last cycle, almost felt like it, while it's like a great ability, it almost felt like it was hindering me because I felt like I didn't read the play post snap. I would just be like, okay, I know what's going to be open because I know what beats a cover 3. I know what beats a cover 2 or whatever. And then just wouldn't account for the user all the time. And so it got tough. Like right now, I would just think, okay, it's a cover 2 deep zones. I'm going to throw it right up the middle. And he should throw it up the middle right now. But decides not to. And he's going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson, oh, what a dirty spin. And we're going to have him be brought down. And so far, hasn't had an incomplete pass yet. And that's why Omaha's lit up. So That's going to be tough. It's going to be tempting to want to keep passing the ball, knowing exactly what you're going against on defense, but definitely don't be afraid. And look, he just audibled it. Never mind. So don't be afraid to keep running the ball is basically what I was going to say. Although we're going to see a play action here. Here comes the blitz, and he could be brought down quickly, but no, he gets it out to the fullback, McKenzie. Sorry, that's tight end McKenzie. Breaks one tackle and then brought down by number 24. Right now, Connor's rolling with Omaha. Tough start for Dan. Tough start for Dan on defense here. It's already an easy mode with Gunslinger, but then you add on top of that, he knows exactly what defense you're in. I guess if I were him, I'd just be spamming audibles at that point, but Castle would go ahead and get the trap play. Castle's right around 4 yards of rush. Not amazing, but he's been fairly efficient enough to make it, to kind of keep it on track on downs. So he's doing a pretty good job so far. Where is it? Play action here. He has X. If he wants him, throws it to him, and he throws a low ball. I don't know if he really needed it to be a low ball, but able to go ahead and complete it anyways. All right, Mahomes under center again. First and 10. It is going to be a counter, and I know Connor's a big counter guy, but I'm just not. And for that reason, exactly, we got an injury on Jalen Smith, maybe. Just because, I feel like it's just such a slow developing play in the backfield. While at times you can get big gains, I feel like you also can get losses. And I'm definitely somebody that's like a stay on track, ahead of downs. RB's open if he wants him, throws it to him. He is going to go ahead and, I thought he might be able to run it in for the first down, but gets out of bounds fairly quickly, 3rd and 2. Hit Precitus. I didn't see if he's coming back in. I believe so. 3rd and 2 for this New Orleans team. Could be anything. Could be a run. Could be a pass. Gunslinger still lit up. Sorry. Omaha is still lit up. So right now, he basically just created a new defense and throws it at the field. Devontae Adams easily gets it in for a touchdown. It's just so hard. Yeah, and the booth review, it's just going to be a touchdown. Don't worry about it. It's just so tough, man. When you got an easy enough Madden already to go have somebody have Omaha and Gunslinger and is a good run user. So right now, Dan has to do everything he can, one, to score points on this drive, okay? Because you got to get some points going here. But the other thing is he's got to find a way to slow down Mahomes and get him out of Omaha. But first things first, get some points here. And when I say points, it's got to be a touchdown. Pretty much any 4th down, unless it's just absolutely ridiculous, he's going to go for on this drive because, again, it's just too easy. And this might be a damn pause here. This might be a damn pause. Because he's going down 14-0 early, trying to figure something out. Kellen Mond, man, what a development of Kellen Mond. I think he was like a 67, something like that. And now basically close to 99. He'll be a 99 probably before the cycle's over. Great job developing Kellen Mond. Man, still disappointed in this viewership right now. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I had more people for my game earlier. I guess it's just because of the time of day. I guess it might be tougher for the East Coast people. Unfortunate. Cancels that. Has the... had the tight end for a second. Oh, what a dot. What a absolute dot. We're definitely watching that again. Hopefully we can watch it before the next play starts. It's a cover 2. And so he wanted to hit it earlier, but canceled the play action. One of the tight ends saw the guy come out underneath, throws it upfield. There's an absolute dot. Great job. All right, Kellen Mond under center here. 2 wide receivers to the left-hand side. You see him using that outside corner. Drops back, and I'm just going to go ahead and roll out here. Just keep running. Just keep running. Oh, and I didn't even see that guy in the back of the end zone. Easy touchdown. What an answer. What an answer by Dan. He takes the pause, and he just gets absolutely locked the fuck in. Goes down the field in 2 plays, 75 yards in less than a minute. Rolls out here. Defense just lets the guys scream across their faces. Don't run with them, and that's an easy touchdown in this Madden. Great job. Great job by Dan. All right, now let's see if he can slow down this Omaha quarterback and Michael Castle. And Michael Castle? I think it's Michael Castle. Regardless, I think I gotta move this camera down a little bit. I feel like you're just seeing my forehead. Oh, that might be too much. That's better, I think. Mahomes drops back and whoo, just barely gets it in there. That's a gunslinger throw for sure. Throw for sure. But regardless, he's got it. Got to use it. And again, I said earlier, like, I hope that he doesn't get too absolutely locked in with Omaha, and he still makes sure to use the run. Although in this formation, I would definitely audible to a pass because he's just absolutely stacked the box. But he's going to run it anyways for, oh my God. Oh my God. And then a panic tackle brings him down. I thought for sure he was taking that. The one tackle I thought he definitely would break was the one that brings him down. So a fantastic run. Look at me telling him to audible run, and he goes ahead and gets a huge gain there. Just Castle's just different, I guess. Here comes a play action. Good blocking by the right tackle. He's able to roll out, and he's using everything, and just a terrible choice. Again, Connor bailed out because I thought Goudry was going to pick that off. I'm here now. Sorry. Holy fuck. Hey, what's up, Cloud? Appreciate you coming in, brother. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, Connor kind of getting bailed out a little bit, but nonetheless is winning the game. Dumped down to Castle, makes that first man miss, second man miss, and then brought down by number 90. It's going to be a 3rd and short now, so 3rd and 3. And again, with this New Orleans team, anything like a 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 5 and less, don't be surprised if you see a run. If the defensive line set he sees is something he wants to run against. So a lot of users wouldn't even consider a run in that situation, and in this situation I think he is going to do probably an RPO or something like that. Oh, nope. Making a few adjustments here. It is going to be an audible now. He's got Omaha lit up, so we know exactly what defense is in, which is obvious. Cover 3 X was open. He throws it to the corner, forces it, and the one that I think shouldn't have been a pick ends up being the pick. So while Connor got a lot of bailouts there, he was due. He was straight up due. So Madden, Madden giveth, Madden taketh away. And so I thought he had some guys open underneath. He decides to throw the corner route. I thought he had X early. Throws it out there, and just a tough animation there. But like I said before, he's got bailed out a little bit, so he was due. Kellerman drops back, and he's got, I forget what that ability's called. Oh, that should have been a catch. Let's be honest. But again, we're seeing a little bit of EA early on, and let's see which user is able to overcome it. Because it's going to happen to all of us. Happened to my game earlier. It's happened to every playoff game where there's been instances like that. Let's see which user is able to overcome it. Bazooka is the X factor now, I do recall. And Dan definitely going to use it. Just got a guy underneath. Take a check down. He takes the check down to Irv Smith. Irv Smith able to go ahead and get a couple yards laid out. It is going to be a 3rd and long, though. 3rd and 6 here. And Dan, in this situation, he usually, a lot of users will think I'm going to run like a 7-yard, 8-yard, maybe 10-yard route, but don't be shocked if Dan is still looking downfield. And he comes out in an obvious pass formation, so he can pass commit here, if that even makes a difference. It drops back. He throws that low curl, and that was a terrible accuracy, terrible throw. He'd probably been better off just throwing a normal throw, but it ends up getting the first down anyways. And Dan is just famous for those low ball curl routes. Nah, Dan took his deep breath. He's locked back in. Oh, yeah. No doubt in my mind, he took that pause, and he went down the field so fast, able to score that touchdown, Nico, that he's absolutely locked in now. And so I would not be surprised if he was able to take almost all these 2 minutes and get a touchdown. And keep in mind, New Orleans started with the ball, so Minnesota will be getting the ball at halftime. So that's huge. Hands it off to Dalvin Cook. And not a great read there, because 72, Cleveland had his blocking set up for him to run to the left, and he ran to the right, ran into the tackler. So what could have been maybe an 8 to 9 yard run or more ends up being only a 3-yard run just based on that decision. So a little tough. But still on track, though. Mon drops back. He had Cook underneath. He wants to throw it downfield. Burns able to catch that one. Hold on to it. And he's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. That's one of those plays, man. He just sneaks it in. He wants you to be in cover 3. Or he wants some sort of single high safety look where he can go ahead and fit that in. That's usually one of his first reads. It's that or cover 2. Able to go ahead and fit that one in there, and Burns did the rest. So great job there by Dan to answer. Now we got ourselves a tie game. We got ourselves a good game here. I'll update everybody, I guess. The Saints. Throws it upfield to Anderson. Anderson, oh, I thought he might be able to break that one, and that's just absolutely huge, because now New Orleans has the opportunity to get points before half with all 3 timeouts. So that just made it so much easier, and I don't know why people still call cover 2 man. Not cover 2 man, but cover 2 man. You know what I mean? A's open. He decides to throw to Adams instead. Adams, ooh, easily gets that in there. And now, I mean, plenty of time, and now Dan calls a timeout, wants the opportunity to get the ball back and try to score. Mahomes is going to hand off to Castle. Castle probably normally would break it outside, but I think he wanted to waste some more time. He wanted to get tackled. Maybe that's just my opinion. It might be stretch. But either way, timeout from Dan. Because Dan's one of those users, man. You give him, 20 seconds, he'll be able to get down the field. Hand off to Castle here. Castle makes that last man miss. Easily walks in for a touchdown. And just an absolute great drive by Connor, man. That first play to get him off, because it looked like Dan had all the momentum going in half, was going to get the ball back, and then he just goes down and scores easily. Now, you can argue he scored a little too fast, because now Dan has one timeout and 46 seconds, which is an absolute eternity. So Dan, again, now has the opportunity to score before half. Now we're starting to get some more people coming rolling in here. Prefer more, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Shout out to Cloud. Shout out to Nico that are in here. Let me take a look who else is in here. Yep. That's pretty much it for the most part that I can see. There might be more, so if you're in here, let me know. Kellerman going to the play action. It's a lot of crossers, just absolutely bagged. And then Kellerman, that's his second kind of overthrow today. So he's a little off on some of these shorter intermediate routes. These deep routes he's thrown have been absolutely dots. But a couple of these throws, easy throws, he should be getting. So let's see if Dan is able to go ahead and, calm down a little bit on these. Drops back. Just a great pocket. Dumps it underneath to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook makes that first man miss. Able to go ahead and make that second man miss and get out of bounds somehow. Connor doing the panic tackles, not able to get him in bounds. People only showing up for Justin's girlfriend or what? Huh? Well, they showed up from my game earlier today, and I know Steele's game had usually around 7 to 10 people. I think it's just the time of day and the fact that it's a Wednesday. Although it's a little sad because this is a great game. Kellerman rolls out. He's got Bazooka if he wants to chuck it. He does absolutely chuck it. Oh my God! Oh my God! What an absolute hell of a play by Burns. And I thought Connor should have gone for the pick there. And I appreciated his discipline to go with a swat. And the fact that that ended up as a touchdown just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Wow. Somebody highlight that. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that and put that in highlights right now. You have tip drill? The freaking wide receiver? I don't think the wide receiver had tip drill now. This game's so trash. But Kumar, it would be less sim if he tipped the ball like that and he didn't catch it, right? I feel like there's too many times where the ball just bounces in front of receivers and they're just kind of if they don't get that first initial attempt, they're just ball, and then watch it hit the ground. So I've never seen them catch the tip either, but that's why I was a little shocked. And there's the comeback route to Devontae, and what an interesting body control there on the sideline. Able to get that in, and now Connor trying to sneak some more points in. Again, if you weren't here, New Orleans got the ball first, so Minnesota would be the ones getting the ball at halftime. I've never seen a route from a running back that's quite like that. That's interesting. He wants the running back, throws it to him. I think he was absolutely locked in on that running back that play. Laying my head down on the pillow, peeps viewer count 4. I know. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Where's everybody at for this hell of a game, bro? Where is everybody at? And what's going on here? There we go. Mahomes drops back. Maybe right bumper if he wants to just absolutely launch it. It's okay. It's tough to see the opposite side of the field. like that. But he is pretty much in field goal range at this point. So let's see if he's able to go ahead and stay somewhat disciplined here. I fully expect him to just run this ball, if I'm completely honest. And here it comes to Castle, and he's got to be aware of the clock. Timeout here. Able to get it with 1 second left. So fully expect to see the field goal unit to come out, kick this field goal here, and go to halftime, 24-21, assuming this goes in. And I'll be honest with you. That is good. Connor's definitely gotten bailed out a few times on some balls that should have been picks. There was one that I really thought shouldn't have been that was picked off. But Connor could have easily thrown more picks. He is ahead of this game. Dan has done a tremendous job of being able to overcome adversity. Both of them really. They're both fantastic users. And I fully expect the second half to be just as good as the first half. So Minnesota going to get the ball first here. Kellen Mond has had some very good success on deep balls. Not so much success on intermediate or lower or short. So let's see if he's able to go ahead and get that rolling. I fully expect him to get Dalvin Cook more involved as well, whether that's the passing game or the run game. So we'll see what happens. Backed up to 6 viewers. I mean, that's pretty decent. I expect to get double digits before the end of the game. Kellen Mond gets the handoff to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook going to be brought down. Only a few yards there. 6 rushes, 26 yards. Wish this was calmed. What? Alex has got to be fucking with me. He says, I wish this game was calm, bro. Oh my God. It literally is in the command. He's going to, throw it. Oh, what an absolute bait. He just didn't make the play. I thought that was a fantastic bait by Connor. Fantastic bait. Just didn't make the play. 1st and 10 though for Minnesota. Damn. Oh, man, if he had able to pull that off, I probably would have been at least a half chub. All right, gonna come out and gun cluster here. I'm not a big gun cluster guy, but a lot of people like to use it. Interesting that he puts the DBs on the right side of the field where there's just Jefferson. So now you have basically one DB covering all those guys. He wants Burns not there, so he's gonna throw underneath the Jefferson. He's just launching and gives himself up. Come on, why are you giving yourself up there? First time on camera at the new place? No. On Better League Network, yeah. Clearly Alex hasn't watched any of my streams. But that's fine, Alex. I appreciate you coming in regardless to Better League Network here, but this is my first time on camera on Better League Network in this new place. So, something. Throws it underneath, and, I felt like if he was more patient, he had guys downfield. He had Jefferson against Marcus Williams, which is definitely a mismatch. But he gained 3 yards there, able to stay on track. It was accurate, which is nice because it seems like a lot of times he's been overthrowing those short ones. Same tan line as before, bro. I went out again, and it's gotten less extreme, but it's still there. Still there for like weeks, bro. Weeks. Mon drops back. He wants the guy downfield. He throws it up to Burns. Burns going to catch this one. Get out of bounds. Great play there. I always love any sort of deep crossing route. As anybody that watches my games know, I love these deep crossing routes, and Dan is no stranger to them either. Bronzer. Oh, should I be putting that on like up here? The problem is I like to wear a hat. Anyways, throws it upfield. That's easy touchdown for Burns. Burns gets it in for the touchdown. Again, when you play Dan, if you're going to call cover 3, you got to watch those seams. If you don't have defensive back, those safeties have to be pretty good speed to be able to kind of close in on that faster. And it's tough because it's gunslinger. So, it's just really tough to stop, especially with Burns, though, that speed. You have too nice a hair for a hat. Cloud, that's probably the nicest thing you've ever said to me, and I appreciate that. Yeah. I should wear a hat less. Obviously, I don't wear a hat when I'm at work, but I don't know. I feel like whenever we go to the beach or something, I'm always rocking a backwards cap, Cody style. I even have, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. No, I don't think so. But there's a tan line for my sunglasses as well. Mahomes to the Omaha. Name a better duo. It is going to be a play action. He's got Y open. And lucky Shaq Thompson was, oh my God, Patrick Ricard, the fullback, getting sticky. Oh my God. We're going to watch that one back. Oh my God. Hey, what's up, Ben? We're going to watch this one back here real quick. Hopefully we can get it in time. But right now he's lit up with Omaha, so he knows exactly what's coming. And I'm sorry, guys, we're not going to have enough time to watch it because this next play is about to go off. He's got to get him out of this Omaha. I don't even know how you knock him out, to be honest. I think it's a certain amount of incompletions. Oh, and that's a good play right there. Oh, Gotri with the acrobat almost got the animation. Almost got the God tier animation. I think he had the pick earlier when he had a good animation. And that's the thing about acrobat too. They don't even get those diving animations. They also get other weird animations too that aren't diving. So it's just an OP ability on defense, man. Mahomes making adjustments, going to send a man across the field, which usually means it's going to be run to the right-hand side or a play action. It is a counter, though. It's going to be handoff, cuts it back inside. Castle just absolutely stonewalled by number 31. It's going to be short of the first down, but lucky for him, it's 2nd and 1. Why wear a hat backwards when the bill is supposed to protect your face? It's a style thing, Cloud. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like I look good in it. Maybe I just don't like doing my hair at the beach. Sometimes you get out of the water and your hair's all whack. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, Cloud. I'll do better, bro. I'll do better. It is a stretch to Castle, and wow, that user just straight up missed. Straight up missed on the user tackle there, and now it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Ooh. Oh, hope you all had a fantastic hump day. I know I had a pretty decent day at work. We finally moved upstairs, and so now I have my own office, which is nice. I've always, whenever I've been in a manager position, I usually have like a desk somewhere or something like that in my own personal space. But I've never actually had 4 walls and a door as my own space, which is kind of nice. Castle going to be in for the touchdown. Which ironically, I get more work done when I'm in an enclosed space. Less distractions. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? That kick is up and good, and now Connor takes that 3-point lead here with just under 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. But you know that I fully expect Dan to come back here and make a push here. Let's have a sip of some drink, man, because my throat's already dry. All right, let's update streams. All right, Vikings 28, Saints 31. Oops. Gotta do the football thing. All right, Kellerman, shotgun formation here. It's cover 2. So, I mean, if he wanted to, he could get inside. Instead, runs the ball. It is going to be now a 2nd and 8. Not really on track, as we like to say, but 2nd and 8. He's still trying to make it so that the Saints have to respect the run. Interesting play call on defense here. Let's see if Dan is able to go ahead and take advantage. Makes a few adjustments. He's got a 5-man defensive linemen right now, and it is going to be all 5 rushing. A great job by the user there, but that's just Irv Smith able to go ahead and get open and beat Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. His guys just beat his guys. And look at those numbers. 14 for 17, 351 yards, a lot of downfield passes. And when you play a guy like Dan, you have to work deep underneath. Like, I want him to just keep dinking and dunking me all game long, make him earn it, and hope that he makes a mistake. Excuse me. Hope he makes a mistake. He usually doesn't, but more likely when he throws more passes, right? We got 8 viewers back in here. Okay, we got some decent viewership now. I appreciate you guys coming in here. Came in a little late, but you came in not too late. As Dalvin Cook gets the handoff here. Great job slowing him down just enough. Gets down right around midfield. And now we're going to have ourselves a 2nd and very manageable 5 yards ahead of schedule on this set of downs here. Ooh, it's kind of hot in this room, though. All right, tight set. He isn't a base as far as the lineman's concerned. It is going to be a handoff to Dalvin Cook. Tries to get outside. Panic tackle, panic tackle, panic tackle. but able to go ahead and he trips over his own shoe. It is going to be a hurry up. I know that means Kellerman shotgun formation. He's got Devin Cook in the backfield. He's got a couple guys in tight formation. He's going to turn in Irv Smith out there as well. He's going to make a few adjustments. He drops back a 4-man rush. Has the guy wide open underneath. He is going to throw it to Irv Smith. Irv Smith spinning for absolutely got no damn reason. And call me old school or whatever, but I just hate when people give up like that. They just give themselves up. I mean, I just don't get it. You got a big body tight end. Put your head down, truck somebody, and get those extra yards. Somebody's gonna tell me it's not worth it for the risk of the fumble, but man, I just hate seeing that. I hate it. God is Cook. Well, I don't know what I was gonna say there, but Cook able to go ahead and get that one, and that's probably gonna be the last play of the third quarter. Which you're right, Cloud. It is a pussy mentality, and I don't like it. But it is what it is. 1 second left. Here we go. I'm going to do one for me. Put your fours in the chat. And then one for Connor. Put your fours in the chat. Put them in there. Put them in there. Put them in there. Got ourselves a great game here. 31-28. New Orleans leading Minnesota. Minnesota has the ball here, the 15-yard line. Trying to make a drive down the field. Kellerman drops back. He wants the guys underneath, and he is going to be able to find Irv Smith, who is going to be short of the first down, but it is going to be a very short, a 2nd and 2. Plenty of game left, plenty of game. But that 3-point difference, when it flips over for Minnesota up 4 and then New Orleans only up 3, it's just such an advantage for Minnesota. Hand off to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, if he didn't do that juke, he's walking in for a touchdown. Able to get the first down regardless. He doesn't do that juke, though. He's walking in. That is definitely a phantom juke, a la our commissioner Alex likes to do for whatever reason. Only 2 4s in the chat's a little disappointing. Hand off to Dalvin Cook here, and it is going to be in for the touchdown. What a fantastic game. I got to say, man, this whole playoffs has been some really good games. I didn't catch the Minnesota-Seattle game, but pretty much every other game I've watched almost in its entirety. And there's been some really good ones. The Raiders-Cleveland game coming down to a 2-point conversion. The Panthers Washington football game was a good one. Steelers and Broncos, man, that came down to the last drive. So some really good games and a lot of good upsets early. In the AFC, the 5, 6, and 7 seed all won. I'm not sure if that's ever happened in Better League. Dan might have to look into that. 5, 6, and 7 seed won. Here comes the pressure. Able to go ahead, and Devontae Adams just puts an absolute stop to his momentum. Able to go ahead and move upfield and get a first down. I don't know how he did that. He just absolutely stopped on a dime. It's not like Adams does that that much COD, He just shut down the sprint button, man. I love that 0-1 trap play. Let's see if he decides to run that one. It is an absolute stacked box. It is a cover 6. He drops back. He has quite a few people open, honestly. And then Devontae Adams is going to go ahead. And it's just so tough. He's had Omaha lit up almost this entire game. And he's basically just been able to just know exactly what Dan's in all game long. And so it's such a disadvantage for the Vikings, man. Again, another cover 6. He will have the post open if he wants it. B is just butt naked. He throws it at the B. Touchdown, Robinson. I thought for sure that he was going to drop that safety back into more of the corner zone there, but he didn't, and that's why it ended up being wide open. And now he's up 3 points again. We got about 6 minutes left in the game, plenty of time. We're going to see this back and forth. We're probably going to see a few lead changes before this one's all said and done, though. Got ourselves a good one here, folks. All right, let's update here. Copy, paste. All right. 35. 38. 4th, 5, 50. Kellerman, shotgun formation, bunch to the right-hand side. He wants that cover 3, and he's in a cover 3. Let's see if he's able to recognize it. A few adjustments here. He slides all his defensive line to the right-hand side. Now spreads it out completely, leaving a gaping hole in the middle. He wants Dalvin Cook. He's going to throw it to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook does one spin, able to go ahead. And again, he really wanted to give himself up, but then New Orleans really helping him out with a face mask, giving him an extra 15 yards. And so now he has the ball at his own 42-yard line. So that's an easy gain. Ugh. Kellen Mond has bazooka, so keep in mind his downfield throwing while his arm strength, and that's a big play to knock him off track there. Second 11. His arm strength is not like amazing. I think it's low 90s, but with bazooka, man, it just basically it's like 99 and up, man. It just chucks it downfield. We saw a play earlier that ball was tipped in the end zone by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and picked up by number 5 Burns for the touchdown. That was an absolute just laser, like crossbody, 80 yards downfield, all because of bazooka. Handoff here to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook jukes it over to the right-hand side because the left was covered up. But a good job by New Orleans again. Now 3rd and 9. This is big. If he gets no yards here, I expect a punt. No yards, I expect a punt. Drops back. He had Dalvin Cook for a second. Take off. Oh, and throws it out of sack, and that's going to fall incomplete. And now, Connor says there's no doubt that he's going for it. This is a tough one because he has had not a lot of success against this New Orleans offense because of Omaha lit up and just because Connor's a good user. So we may see aggressiveness here out of Dan, but if he doesn't get this, it's going to be very tough because it's pretty much automatic points. It is going to make it a 41-35. So technically, if he is able to hold him to a field goal, it's still a 1 possession. So it's not as big of a risk. Now I'm kind of like talking it out. So he's going to go for it. So 4th and 9 here, 9 seconds left. So he's going to have to get this one off. He sends a man in motion. He is going to fake hike it outside. He's going to throw a man across the formation. He's got 3 seconds left. He's got to get this one off. 2 seconds left, 1 second left. And it is going to go a delay of game. So I fully anticipate to see a punt now. And I just don't know what happened there. That's so unlike Dan. And I don't think he wanted to waste the time out there, anticipating he would need it later. That's a tough one. And he's still going to go for it. Still going to go for it on 4th and 14. I mean, what's another 5 yards, right? What's another 5 yards? All right, Kellen Mond, shotgun formation here. I wouldn't say this is the game, but it definitely would make it tougher. I would definitely expect to see maybe a Justin Jefferson maybe on a comeback. He's definitely going to be looking downfield. I would expect some sort of comeback and streak on that left-hand side, and I was wrong. Everybody's going to the other side. He's going to throw it up, and wow, Jefferson able to go ahead and catch that one. That is an absolutely huge first down by Minnesota. Let's see if we're able to go ahead and get that replay in before the next play. And it looks like we're not going to be able to get it in. Sorry, guys. But great job, great patience by Mond. I didn't like the fact that he slid to the left when everybody was going to the right, but regardless, it worked out. Oh, man, those low ball curls, man. He tried it again, and that one was pretty risky because the defensive back was right on his hip. 3-man fronts. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I don't really do a lot of 3-man rushes, but drops back, has a man wide open underneath, still there, just last second throws it though and gets a couple yards. I like the patience there. I personally, when the guy's open underneath, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it. He wanted the guy over top that was gonna be in the corner of the end zone, but it didn't look like he was gonna be there, so he took what he could get. But I think if he got it earlier, it would have been a much more manageable 3rd down. Kellen Mond, again, shotgun formation here. He's got 2 wide receivers and Irv Smith over on the right-hand side. Dalvin Cook in the backfield. I would expect him to, try to get this first down, obviously, but he'll try to get close to that first down marker as he can because he's going to go for it on 4th down here, obviously. And we've got ourselves a timeout. Burnham, the defensive end, I would assume, is hurt, and we'll see what happens with Burnham. But 4th and 2, he's able to get a 4th and 14, was it, earlier in the drive? So 4th and 2, you would think a little bit easier. But I would be absolutely shocked if Dan doesn't throw this ball. And clearly no running back in the backfield. I would have at least made it somewhat thought that he might run it, but he's not doing so. And usually Dan likes to throw it to a deeper route on these 4th and shorts. If it's there, I'm not sure I like the defensive call here. He's taking his time. I think he's settling in right now. Drops back, has the man underneath to the left. Oh my God. Nobody blocked the defensive end. Dan's absolutely livid. And I'm livid for him. We're going to watch this play regardless of when the next play starts with the left tackle. Keep an eye on the left tackle. They stood at the spy. They were waiting on that spy defensive tackle to go, and he never did. And that defensive end just runs right by both guys. What a great game we play. It just sucks. It's just such terrible timing. Mahomes drops back. A few guys open. Throws it upfield to Castle. Castle, can he make this man miss? No. Oh, a big fumble. He got laid the fuck out. Dan was pissed the fuck off about that last play and took it all out on Castle. What a play. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Where is it? I think it's this one. No.
He needs some milk.
There it is. I don't mind 3-man fronts with Dan because he gets it out usually quick on fourth. I go for 4. Maybe this game is so scripted. All right, there was the fumble. Here we are, Kellerman. He does not have the word bazooka anymore. Throws it upfield, just throws it away. Again, New Orleans defensive line was up in his face pretty quickly. 2nd and 10, 3.5 minutes. Plenty of time with 3 timeouts to get down the field and get at least a field goal to tie it up. Happened to be in Phil's game, just D-line getting free rushes for murdering people. Yours is a little different because it was the defensive tackle. I think they at least attempted to block him. So a little different. Burns if he wants him. And he's going to go ahead and throw the safer throw to Jefferson. I thought he had a step with Burns. But I think maybe with Bazooka not lit up, he didn't want to take the chance. Plus, I don't think you want to give him that much time. So he might also have been thinking that. So a lot of things. Mon, again, shotgun formation, and I just don't think we're going to see a Dalvin Cook run until he absolutely is in obvious field goal range. Trying to run some clock out, maybe. Number 15 on the Vikings has just not gotten any catches today, which has kind of surprised me. Oof, he made that read a little too fast. A little too fast on that read, in my opinion. But a 2nd and 8 nonetheless. It was a completion. Gunslinger helped him out there a little bit. Bull Rush knocked guy over. He had one where his dude hurdled a guard. Yeah, I know. But the only difference is, what I'm saying, is that Dan's guys didn't even touch. Wide open and just on time. I said 15 wasn't getting the ball a lot, and he's not giving himself up. Not giving himself up out, and that's going to be the 2-minute warning more than likely. We got ourselves a straight up great game right now. So let me go ahead and paste that. Okay. 35. 38. Try to get everybody in here to watch these last 2 minutes. I'm going to try. Now we're up to 13. I still can't believe an ex-NFL O-line makes this trash-ass game. Well, you know, he's a football player, maybe not a game developer, but Kellerman throws it upfield to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook makes 1 miss, and then gets brought down. And, you know, if you're Dan, you just take your sweet time. Take your sweet-ass time. The quarterback who hit Sticker Castle was 56 hit power. Yeah, but it was a user hit stick. I know. Oh, he could easily have a touchdown on the left-hand side potentially if it's a streak. And this guy doesn't bump him. But we'll see. Take his time. He's going to run this down all the way to almost no time left on the play clock here. Interesting decision by New Orleans not to use any timeouts. It is going to be a handoff to Dalvin. Dalvin runs up the middle. Gets maybe a couple yards, and now we are going to see timeouts. He didn't use it before. I guess just wanted to, I don't know. I guess he was going to lose that time at some point. Scripted. I mean, you know, I got nothing to say with that. We all play the same game. It certainly feels that way. And I've definitely felt that way playing before. So I get it. Step up. Throws it up to Dalvin Cook. Just gets laid the fuck out. And it's a big fumble. I don't think that's a CFM fumble. I think that's absolutely legitimate. Let's see if they're going to overturn it. I'll give it a second. And I don't know. I did an instant replay just in case. And no, they're not going to say it. I'm going to show this play, and I'll keep you updated on what happens in the game. It is going to be handed off to Castle, who loses a yard. Oh, just laid the fuck out. Just absolutely laid the fuck out, dude. Oh, my God. Wow. Dan's got to be livid, man. Got to be. But he didn't give himself up, I guess some people will say. Oh, my God. Now I'm not. Wow. All right, he's got to get stopped here. You already got to stop him first down, 2nd and 12. And I think Patrick Mahomes still has Omaha. He sure does. So, advantage New Orleans. He sees he's in a cover 2. He still hands it off to Castle. And, great user play by Dan, because I thought he had an easy first down. He's able to get around that blocker and tackle him. 3rd and 7 now. And this is right where you want to be if you're Minnesota. You got to get a stop here. Got to stop him, which is damn near impossible with the fact that you're going against the Omaha quarterback. You just got to try to bait him or get him to make a mistake some way, somehow. Got to get some pressure. Don't like the play action, but it is what it is. A's open for a split second. Didn't want it. And no, that comes out, and that's going to fall to the ground. Either way, works out for Minnesota. He had a man early, and I thought that was going to end up being a safety there for a second. He does get it off, maybe a quick draw, something, able to go ahead and get that one off. And now I would be absolutely shocked if it's not a punt. I don't know why he's taking so long. I don't know. I want to get your opinions in the chat. I mean, I don't get this. Anyways, he drops back. Right back, maybe. Oh, he throws it upfield. Anderson. Connor has big nuts. Everybody remember. Connor has absolutely giant balls. Absolutely gigantic nutsack. Able to go ahead and complete that play and take himself to the NFC Championship game for the 2nd year in a row. More than likely. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Yeah, there's no way he can stop the clock now. He wanted to win the game. Absolute big ass nuts there. I got to open up Discord because I'm assuming they're probably going to want to do post games. But man, absolutely humongous nutsack that's on this Connor Rice. Oh my God. And I think Dan's going to absolutely respect the hell out of him for that. But man, what a game. What an absolute game we had. New Orleans coming away with it. Started off early, had the lead, and I think we had at least 6 or 7 lead changes throughout the game. What an absolute classic between two absolutely classic OG users. And I think both of them would just be absolutely, proud of each other. While there was some times where I felt like EA stepped in on both sides, regardless, New Orleans was able to make the final play to win the game. And we do have the coach for New Orleans in here. Connor, let's go ahead and get your thoughts on the game, bro.
The game to Dan, man. I mean, this is the second time this season where I feel like I've had to pretty much play perfect to win. That's what it takes against these elite users. I don't know. I mean, thank you, Gunslinger. Thank you, thank you, Jesse, for giving me Mahomes. I don't think I win that game with any other ability, or obviously with an ability-less quarterback. So thank you to Jesse for that. I can only say great game to Dan. I felt, you did mention, a couple EA moments. I think it bounced out overall. I think we both, have a couple gripes potentially on different plays, but I don't think that was necessarily what decided the game. Maybe Dan disagrees. We can talk to him obviously when you get to him, but it was just a great game. Just great playoff game. I'm happy to come away with it. But honestly, even if I lost that game, I could come in here with my head held high because those were 2 great performances out of us, I think. And I just got the ball last. Gator great. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson came through with the fumble for me, and we move on to see another day. I'm excited.
Yeah, I gotta say, do you have a hard time able to find, condoms or underwear big enough for that huge ass dick and balls that you got, bro? Going for it on 4th and 7 in that situation, a lot of people in chat were like, "What's he doing? What's he doing?" But I'm assuming you were just wanted the opportunity to win the game. Your thoughts on that play and play call?
So here was my rationale for going for it. Had Omaha activated, I could see obviously what he came out in, so I felt very confident that the corner route was going to be open based on him coming out in the cloud flat. And Dan's just too good. Dan's just too good for me to give him back the ball. He really, with the exception of one interception, which I don't even think was entirely his fault. He played, a pretty much flawless game on offense, and I felt as if it had gone to overtime, it was a 50-50 flip in terms of whoever got the ball first was going to get a touchdown, and that was going to be the game. And I didn't want to leave it up to a coin flip. I wanted to decide the game on my own terms. And if I hadn't gotten it, then at least, red zone defense, at least the field's pretty constricted. I feel a bit more confident stopping Dan in that situation than I do, with the whole field wide open to him. And I just felt like I had to do it. There's like 2 or 3 users in the league that I'd go for it in that situation against, and Dan's one of them, which is a credit to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a point in the game where Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I thought he would be able to get the pick easily, but you were disciplined enough to just try to swat it, and Burns was able to make a play that just doesn't happen. We don't see a lot of tips in the wide receiver able to go ahead and catch it. And then nonetheless, for a touchdown, you were able to keep your composure, though. I mean, I want to know your thoughts after that play and how you were able to maybe settle in, or maybe you didn't get affected at all.
It was a tough break. I mean, I was more annoyed with myself than not going for the pick than anything, because, you get an opportunity like that against Dan, you have to press that Y, even if it ends up screwing you over. The likelihood is, if he gets the ball back, he's just going to continue driving, put a field goal or a touchdown on the board. So I wasn't even super aggravated, because, JC Burns is a Hall of Famer. JC Burns is going to make football plays. That's just what the Dogs do over in Minnesota. So I couldn't be too aggravated. And honestly, and I've said this in streams before, I wish more plays like that happened, where the ball gets tipped up, maybe a DB dives forward, or, Burns makes that play right there. I think that's realistic. I think you see that happen in football. So I was honestly, I wasn't annoyed at EA for that play happening. I was annoyed with myself for not going for the pick. And luckily I was able to, drive and get a field goal with 1 second left for the half. That put me up. That gave me a bit more momentum going into halftime, and that was huge. Luckily I had time to do that. But yeah, I wasn't aggravated with EA or anything. It was too good of a game for me to come in here and blame EA if I had lost.
Who does that? But yeah, absolutely. So I'm with you. There are people in chat that were kind of upset about it, but for me, I had the same argument that, that's more realistic of a play than the wide receiver just staring at it, watching it fall to the ground because their initial attempt didn't work. So fantastic job, Connor. Stick around because we'll get your final thoughts here after we speak to Dan. Dan, obviously a tough loss here. I want to get your thoughts before we ask you any questions.
Yeah, hell of a game to Connor. He deserved to win that game. He played just near perfect on offense. I made a horrendous read. Connor said it was a good read. It really wasn't. I forced the shit out of that ball on that first drive. And I was really worried that, hey, Connor's going to run away with this just because he's got Omaha with the gunslinger. And the Omaha really did the difference, because that really got in my head, because I felt like I had my pants down the whole time. And I kept trying to send heat, trying to get a sack, just try or some kind of under pressure incompletion to just try and get that not activated. But I felt like even then it was just a useless cause, because he was just going to get it again, because it's just too easy to pass in this game, especially when you have Gunslinger. So there's nothing you could do there. But credit to him, he played well. Just a lot of EA moments, a lot. So obviously, I think the biggest bless was the JC Burns touchdown.
Yeah.
I think if I won that game, that definitely would have been the turning point. That definitely would have been the moment you would go back to. I had Bazooka activated, and I saw he had a step on that deep post. So I said, you know what? Let me get my little steal out here and just kind of roll out into the sideline and just let Mon launch a thing. So I thought I had him, but then Connor, I was like, oh no, it's a pick. Bad decision. And then, Burns just came. He's a dog, dog.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was a bless. And then obviously the 2 fumbles. And then the other thing I wasn't happy about was the I couldn't snap the ball on that 4th down. I think Mark Reeves took a real long time on that motion. He was just taking his merry time for 10 seconds on that motion. I was real not happy about that, but thankfully I converted it after the 5-yard penalty. But what I really was mad about was that Marcus Davenport insta-sack on the next 4th down, next set of downs. I was furious about that. Thank God. It really balanced out, though, because 2 plays later, Michael Castle coughs off the ball. I thought the game was over there, and then just Castle says, you know what, you can have it, guys. And then Dalvin said, hey, you can have it, guys.
Pretty much, yeah. He's like, no, you're supposed to have it.
Down at the goal line. So, I wasn't surprised Connor went for it on 4th down at the end, especially when we're down, especially at the red zone, at his own 10-yard line, 1st and goal at the 10. That's still pretty tough. I don't care what you have on your team. Still, it's a tough situation to try and go 4 downs there. I guess I would at least have a position to tie the game with a field goal and bring it to overtime. But I'd like to end it there. But yeah, I mean, I was a little disappointed about that too, because I Connor was like, yeah, my he figured that corner would get above the cloud flat, but man, like I had my zone drop set. I thought I had a good I thought I had a good drop set on that, anticipating something like that. But these zones in this game, they just get lost. So there's nothing you can do. It's just Madden 22. It's just the game we play. So credit to him. He played fantastic. I think for me, it's kind of a disappointment because I'm thinking, man, I finally felt like I got my team a little bit better.
Yeah.
I got the quarterback with a great ability. That's all I wanted. And I just can't get past the divisional round. I'm like the chase of this year, the Madden 20 chase of 22. Just I'm 0-4 in the divisional round.
Damn.
I can't get out of it. So
I'm just happy to be here.
That's disappointing. Yeah. So that's a little disappointing, but I thought this year could have been it. But credit to Connor.
Yeah.
Obviously, he played great. I felt like out of the 4 divisional round losses, this was the game I felt like I played my best.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're playing almost your best, it's not good enough when the other side is playing their best too. So credit to him.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, so when that Marcus Davenport just ran by the left tackle and left guard, which I'm gonna keep in mind, Connor. You put that defensive tackle on a spy. Maybe that was something on YouTube you learned. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so the very next play, obviously, or not very next play, but at least the next drive, Castle did get hit sticked by a guy with 56 hit power, able to knock it out. Steele was nice enough to look it up, I believe. But yeah, a little bit of EA action there. But I got to ask you, and I talked about it a lot. I'm not sure if you were listening in, but for the Patrick Mahomes, basically from halfway through the first quarter on, was Omaha lit up the whole entire time.
Yeah.
You mentioned a little bit things that you tried to do, and you mentioned it was in your head because I was literally kept talking about it because it was just such an advantage of knowing exactly what you're going against, plus gunslinger. And I've watched a few Connor games, and I can't say I've seen Omaha lit up a whole lot. And Connor can correct me if I'm wrong, but it just never went away. And in my opinion, that was the difference of the game, like you mentioned. So
yeah,
more
of course. I mean,
how do you stop something like that?
Yeah, it's hard to do. I mean, like the last season of last cycle, I was blessed to have Omaha, and I credit that of my last Super Bowl victory. So you can't complain too much about that ability because sometimes they'll hurt you, but sometimes they'll help you. So, but yeah, it was just impossible. Like I just was totally lost. Yeah, it's just it's tough. Me, I got to go back to the drawing board. I don't know what else there's to do on defense. Maybe I'll look up some chase resources, see what we can do. Try and stop those kind of stuff that's going on out there. Because I was number 1 in offense, number 32 in defense. So
that's the way to be.
I guess that was the difference for this season. So I don't know. We'll have to address that.
You don't have the worst defense. It's whenever you have the top scoring offense, people having to keep up, and so I get it. But fantastic season from you, and I expected a run, and unfortunately, you just ran into Connor, and Connor just absolutely played a great game. Connor, I want to get your final thoughts of the stream before we end it for tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dan said. I mean, even me being historically a pretty mediocre passing user, it's like when you give someone Gunslinger and Omaha in Madden 22, it's like the only thing you can really hope for on defense is that the offensive user gets in their own way. And fortunately, other than one pick, I did a pretty good job of staying within myself, staying disciplined. I that instant sack by Marcus Davenport was really weird. I thought I had discovered something from the Chase Book of Heat. That was just like a stock play call. I don't really know what happened there. I'm gonna have to watch that back, but that was weird. I can only say again, great game to Dan. I mean, I don't feel like either of us deserved to lose this game. Unfortunately, there had to be a loser, but great game. I mean, I again for the second time this season felt like I had to play perfect to beat you. So that's a credit to how solid you are, obviously.
Yeah, just a quick breakdown. You put the defensive tackle was on a spy, and both the left tackle and left guard were just standing there waiting for the defensive tackle to come at them. So come on, and then Marcus Davenport just runs right by him, and they're both just like crap. But fantastic stream. We had a decent amount of viewers towards the end. Thank you all for coming in. Dan, you were one that did resubscribe at the beginning, so thank you for that subscription. And I hope you all have a fantastic night. I expect, I was hoping the Morty game would be tonight. Not sure if that's still going to happen or not. So we'll see what happens. But every other game looking like probably tomorrow, I would assume. Probably Patriots, Broncos. If I know Austin and Phil enough, they'll probably play in the afternoon at some point. Then my game probably tomorrow night. So thank you so much, everybody, and hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.